Hello, babes. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Cha-ba-dum-bum. Hello. So we're back with another book review, dude. Hello, yay. Book time, book time. Summer circle time. Summer circle time. Summer circle time. I hope you've been well, okay? I hope you've been well. I hope all has been well in the land of the living for you. If you are in parts of Texas where it is raining, be so careful, okay? If you're anywhere where it's raining, be careful. But shout out to Texas because we was getting it, okay? Some tornado sirens went off. And this is my first time ever being at work by myself when some sirens was going off. So guess what I did? I called my mom. That's what I did. First, I talked to the Lord about it, and he was like, "You're okay." And I'm like, "I believe you, Jesus." The sirens kept going, and I was like, "Let me just call my mama just in case." But the Lord knows. He knows. Sometimes I need it. I need somebody to be like, "You're okay, but this is what you need to do in the case of a crisis." Crisis is averted, okay? The tornado blew over. I hope that everybody is blessed and that nobody was caught up in it. So, you guys. We read another book. All right. Today we're talking about the Hornets Nest, bro. I got notes. Hang on, because it was crucial. All right. So, come here, child. Come here. Come here. My handy dandy notes. I was doodling. I got bored at work. Don't worry about it. Okay. So the Hornet's Nest, I've heard about it. I think some other people read it in school, or some people had read it. It's a book that's been talked about. Now, there is a movie out. This is not the same Hornet's Nest. It's two different people. This one is the 𝕯𝖆𝖆 series, and it's by Patricia Combs. I'll have to see her last name, but it's by her. I love it, lady. I cannot, and I will go ahead and I'm gonna save it to the end. So, the Hornet's Nest, bro, I honestly was a little skeptical because it was like a hornet on there. And the first line, like when you open the book, it says "to the police," and I'm like, no, it says "for the police" or something like that. And I was just like, this can spin many different ways. So what ends up happening is there is this kid, and his name is 𝕯𝖆𝖆. He is this news reporter. So but how it started off is he's already established, right? He's already established. He gets these stories. He does ride-alongs with the police essentially and gets stories and goes and writes newspaper articles about them to, basically bridge a world between what's going on in the cop world and the human world, the other civilians. He's trying to bridge their world together. Now, Andy's father was a cop. He sadly was unalived in the line of duty. And his mom, because of the fact, is substance abuse in the juice. And so he kind of lives this troubled life. He doesn't really have friends. He's kind of a loner. He works really hard. He works out, studies. He's on top of his stuff. He works really hard. There's this song, Rockstar. And he goes, "It's safe to say I earned it. Ain't a nigga gave me. It's safe to say I earned it. Ain't a nigga gave me nothing." I need to sing that. But so yeah, that's Andy. Okay, nobody gave him nothing. He earned all that. But if you read in the story, some parts when he was growing up, it was really rough on him, especially in college. So people basically in the community pitched in to help him be able to afford to go to school. And they used to do things like buy his food, make sure he always had something to eat. And so to me, that's really sweet because people don't have to do that. So in any world, on any setting, when like that's going on, that's amazing, man. Like that's just beautiful. It's the glory of the Lord. Yes, it is, Father. It's all of that. And so Andy ends up being assigned to this chief of police named Virginia West. Miss Virginia, this lady, she's an older lady who is kind of just going through life as an older lady. They kind of talk about a little bit of her life on and off. So like we kind of gather bits and pieces of why she is the way she is, but she's brutally harsh on Andy a lot. And she always assumes like the worst of him. And like, yeah, sure, I get it. Her past experiences make her the way she is, right? Because sometimes Andy, because of his past experiences or because of the way he views the world, he can kind of be a little not so great either. Only in terms of like his reaction back to her. But now let's get into them. So they end up riding together. She is not feeling him on any level. He is trying to make it work, but she is being mean to him. So he's like, screw you, dude. Like I don't like you. Like whatever, your mom. So there's another lady named Judy Hammer. She is, well, I guess you could say she is the chief of police. Like she's the head honcho, and West is like under her. She's like her right hand. And so, yes, Chief Hammer, like she's beautiful, she's elegant, she's always wearing these suits. Like everybody loves her, you know. Like she's on her 10 toes. Like she's respectful, she's kind, you know, all of that. But she means her business, right? So Andy is infatuated with her, and I'm like, you're lying to yourself, Bucko. And so essentially, Hammer thought it was a great idea for Brazil to be on there, so she wanted him with West to ride along. And so West is like, absolutely not, Patricia. Like, this is not happening. And Patricia's like, yeah, it is. So they ride around. Andy kind of, they don't really like him. They talk about him in the police department. They give him crap. And so West has a habit of like throwing that in his face that he's not a quote unquote real cop. But at the same time, she always kind of like, I feel like at the same time she kind of pushes at him, like, why aren't you a cop? Like, you're so here investigating. And so then she goes to assume, and a lot of them assume that maybe he's just doing this, you know, to like drag cops and like give people another reason to hate him. But Andy is really trying to be a decent, great guy and like bridge worlds together. And so there's just a whole bunch of conflict going on. And this is taking place in Charlotte. So it's just so much stuff going on in this book, and literally the way you have to read it is it talks about like everybody's lives in Charlotte. Like a lot of these people, this is a web of stuff that's interconnected. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, because y'all know me, like I don't like telling y'all everything, because then you're not gonna want to read it, because I just sat here and told you everything. And somebody else might do that, but you're not gonna blame me, okay? You're not gonna be like, she told me the whole story. No. But for instance, I can't tell you some characters. There's a police scanner up in here who like dispatches people. He's shady as hell. There's this guy named Bubba. That's a side character. There is a character named Pumpkinhead. They just got everything that they deserved. They really did. Anywho's, it's Pumpkinhead. There's Rains. There's Niles, the black cat. Now listen, my first ever favorite black cat was Salem off Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That cat, like the person who voice acted him, I fell in love with that cat. That cat was so funny. To me, that cat helped make the Sabrina Teenage Witch show. Like, Salem was everything to me. And I love animals anyway. So, reading about Niles, I'm like, yes, another black cat, bro. Like, I'm in love with it. And so, you know, I'm a black cat. You know what I'm saying? You see the urge. You know. Anywho's, that aside, Niles is not having a lot of people. He is not here for a lot of people tangents and tandemoniums. I don't even know if that's a word, but I made it a word. But yeah, Niles, he's been through his own abuses too. And so when they talk about his abuses, it makes me sad, because Basically, it's not West. Niles is West cat. Let me put that in here. West is Niles cat. West, not West, but Niles have been around the mountain. West has been around the mountain with that cat. So that's a thing to read into too as well. And so the Hornets Nest is about all these people in Charlotte like trying to get their life together. And basically all of them want to push their agendas. All of them want their own form of justice, right? The mayor wants his own form of justice. Cahoon, he wants his own source of justice. Cahoon is the one who owns like businesses and stuff. There's a lady in here named Gold. Do not like her. Don't like her at all. She and this guy named Webb. Now, the reason why we don't like them is because I am gonna drop this tea up in here because I was like, you're lying. A little bit of scandal. I'm not. So basically, Gold and Webb got caught rendezvousing. They unintentionally got outed, bro. Like the way it happened, I was like, you could have slapped me with that and I still wouldn't have seen it coming. Like it was beautiful. Chef's kiss. So they got caught up. They were doing the wrong things at the wrong times. And especially, all I'm gonna say is, to me, what they did is so atrocious. It's like, what happened to Gold was not enough. I feel like you need to be thrown in jail for that. Her and him, like, you can't be out here playing with people's lives and feelings like that, you know, and then jeopardizing other people in the process. Get them out of here. So we don't like Gold and Webb for starters because both of them were mad and jealous with Andy, but he's literally doing his job. It's like one of those things where like, people get mad at you for having favor, but you literally can't help that. Like, you didn't sit up one day and be like, you know, well, you can ask for favor, you know, and the Lord will give you favor because, you know, he's done that for me. But in certain situations or certain times in general, some people just have favor and some don't, you know, in areas of their lives and situations. And so you cannot be mad that somebody else is out here advancing in the area that they are doing it excellency. Okay. What? Let's rewind this back. You cannot be mad at somebody who is excelling at something that they were born to do naturally. There we go. Webb had beef with Andy. They work in the same area. They both write for the Observer. That's what this is called. Then there's this person named Packer. We love Packer. Okay, he be going through it with his wife and her dog, but we love them. There's another person who's like head of the Observer. I have to get his name, another guy. And he's kind of soft on Judy. And I wanted him and Hammer to be a thing. But I understand why they wasn't like, they have lives, they have spouses. Like, you can't be doing that. So Judy has a spouse named Seth. And Seth was doing it to me in so many ways. Because it's like, I had so much hope for you, Seth. And the way that the story was tailored out, everything was happening so great for other people that I honestly just expected more for Seth. And I was like, this is rough. This is rough. But I am glad that Hammer came out on the other side of things, on the up and up, so far on the up and up, from because I haven't read the other books. But so y'all, I was trying to see what my favorite book chapter was, but I do not know, bro. Like, there was so much conflict, y'all. First of all, I was so shocked that I read this book because I never thought I would be that invested in like a book about police. I hope that doesn't sound, I am so sorry, but I thought that, I mean, because I like Blue Bloods, don't get me wrong, I love watching that show. Okay, Chicago PD, oh baby, what's his name? Boyd, baby. I'm like, you don't even know it. You're my husband. You just don't know about it. Yes, he is. And then on Chicago Fire, it's Chief. It's the Chief. I love the chief. That man will never not. Okay, he played in another movie, Howlin' Jack, and I was like, oh! Every time I see him, Cadillac Records, he plays Howlin' Jack and Chef's Kiss. Anywho's point is, I never really thought I would want to read a book about that stuff though, just because I haven't read in a while, but typically the stuff I read is like magical ponies that speak to people, and they shooting ones and pixie dust in the air, or like, Edward out here seducing Bella, and that's really not supposed to be a thing we into, but we be peeking, we be trying not to people, we be peeking, it be stuff like that. I've never really read a book like this, but I loved it. That drama was fire. That tea was piping hot. And so, bro, really, so let me tell you the main of the Hornets Nest, because I'm getting carried away with Andy and everybody else. There is a serial killer on the loose in this story. They going after people and like spray painting them with hourglasses on their no-no squares. And so the police is trying to like profile him. Now here is where everything goes left, because Andy is also dealing with his own stalker, right? So Andy is dealing with a stalker that he has not told anybody about, as their serial killer is running rampant in this town. So everybody kind of looks like a suspect, honestly, as you read it, because there's this one guy named Axel who's like head over heels for Andy, and he's always staring at him, stalking him. There's more people in his job who like watches him, stalks him, thinks he's great, like on campus. There's this one dude who was an undercover cop who thought he was a drug dealer, and it's so, poor Andy, he just gets accused of a lot, and he really just be out here trying to do his hardest, okay? So sometimes it just don't matter what you do, people are gonna come for you. You damned if you do, damned if you don't. Rosetta? Anywho's, yes, there's a serial killer on the loose. So Andy is writing stories about what he sees, at the crime scenes, the stuff that they will let him release or whatever. And so Andy and Wes, they keep getting closer. Like they kind of are trying to develop their own relationship. He develops a relationship. Andy develops a relationship with Hammer, like a friendship, like not like that, but they're developing relationships. And so I wrote it here, Andy and Wes piss me off, because let's just establish it. If you know, it's a slow burn. It's like a frenemy type thing going on, and I blame both of them. I blame both of them because I feel like at different parts of their lives, they both were doing like things that if they would have just opened their mouth, bro, and communicated that 2 + 2 was 4, we wouldn't have had to be here. But Andy is thinking one thing, he's never really had a lover, and I can't blame him on that front, because I know I would act like Andy, but that's because I'm kind of hardwired like him. So I'm like, yeah, like he's my relatable character. I'm like, I relate to him a lot more than I would like to admit, because I'm like, I feel this, like you should be offended. But at the same time, Wes, I can understand her, but I hate some of the things that she does too, like in reaction to him, because it's like, get out of your own head space, stop acting like this, like you don't want that man, so stop going after him, okay? He's not for you. And even Niles, her cat, like at the end of the book, Niles ends up basically talking about different humans, and he states who his favorite human is, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, Roberta. That's how I know it's real. But so anyways, Niles, while everybody else is in pandemonium and chaos, Niles is out here talking to his king, the great king, and he's like, my owner can help out with this crisis, because Niles knew that something like was about to happen, was about to come on. And so of course, and me, loving on Jesus the way I do, when he starts talking about the king, I'm like, is this the Lord? Is the Lord telling Niles the cat what's going on? Like, is he talking from heaven? We don't know, okay? We don't know. We just know that it's the great king, okay? But their mythology was like, the cats in the Egyptian culture. But, I'm sitting here like, the Lord, the king, is talking to Niles the cat, bro. Anyways. So I want to talk to y'all about my favorite book scenes. This guy, his name is Bubba. We don't really like Bubba, but he makes for great entertainment. So the first time we run across him, Andy and Virginia are at a gun range, right? They're getting their shots in, bro. He does not like it. There's a lot of like misguided things about women too in this book. That just made me laugh. Misguided like that guys would think about women, and I'm like, that's funny. So basically, he has these thoughts about Wes, and then he's mad at Andy because Andy is pretty. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that a guy would get mad at another guy for being pretty. But that, I mean, I find it quite odd that girls get mad at other girls because they're pretty. But I just, in general, didn't think that, because people are like, guys don't feel that much as girls. I just didn't think that was a thing that they would be concerned about. I don't know. So anywho's, Bubba don't like them. Okay, so Bubba tries to go and check really Wes, and especially because she's a policeman, he double has a problem with her. So Wes is like, not on my watch, bro. But before she can even do anything, Andy is punching him. Andy's like, not my girl, okay, not mine, Billy, no. So they skip dip daddle up out of there, right? This sparks like a whole just back and forth with them. So the first time Bubba tries to get revenge, right? Completely goes wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Goes wrong. He got caught with his pants down, quite literally, and I was like, let's park it. Okay. Second time, he obviously ain't learned his lesson, right? He decides that he is going to rid the world of a police officer and a reporter. These two people, they managed to get the upper hand of the situation, because at first I thought that Bubba Sparks had him. Like, I thought he was about to be like, I found you, Miss New Booty. I mean, he started like that, but he didn't end like that. But so they end up getting him on the ground, right? Her and Andy. But what cracked me up about that scene is like, Wes is going off, Brazil is going off, like they are both equally yelling at him, like they are pissed the hell off at him. And the reason why they pissed off at him, he interrupted the moment. What moment? Was they arguing? Was they talking about life? Was they petting owls? What was they doing in that moment? It wasn't much of a moment. It wasn't much of a moment. It was a give and a take, Lord. It was like, that was how fast it happened, Jesus. It's just a shut. Oh! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Calm down, Summer. Calm down. The reason why we are pressed about this, it was a build-up, bro. I'm talking about teeth biting, toes curling, on the edge of your seat, not putting the book down, eyes peeling, peeking and reading, page flipping, back bending, stretching out, knee popping from sitting the way you're sitting, only to be left with nothing. I was mad at Bubba too. I was like, you deserve 20 to life for this. 20 to life! So, after that, it gets worse between them, because that's supposed to make everything better. It does not, Lord. It does not. It goes downhill again. And I blame Wes, because I'm like, how dare you? And so Wes really breaks Andy's heart. Like, he is just crushed, because he knows, like, she is what he wants. And he feels like that is not reciprocated. They're both feeling this. And I'm like, talk! Can we just talk? Can we just Anywho's, yeah, they just, Andy and Virginia stressed me out, all right? They were the couple that I wanted to be the couple that never quite became the couple, and I'm just like, because Wes always went to his rescue, and I'm like, stop doing this! Anywho's, my second favorite scene was Hammer and Wes, bro. So, excuse me, Judy and Virginia get called to like this scene outside of where they usually go eat their like morning breakfast and stuff, and they're not supposed to be hanging over there, like it's a little shady place or whatever. So basically they end up getting a call about a hijacking going on the bus outside the establishment. Bro, they, and I talk about, they dress nice, like they got their suits on, like they looking like them girls, you know, we them girls, you know what I'm saying, around, they are them. Get on the bus, fool this guy into believing they are just getting on the bus, like, you know, they're just passengers or whatever. They beat him up. In they Sunday best, they beat him up, bro. So because they beat him up, they got nicknamed Batman and Robin. They go to court. There is this judge who does not like them, who is, the judge and the lawyer both was trying to make their lives live in hell because of this, because they saved a bus of people. Like, and so the judge has a bladder problem. You can read more about that. But so the mom gets up, the mom to the one who is the suspect gets up, and she goes off on the judge. And y'all, yes, this is a book. But the way this scene unfolded in my mind, my gasket was flabbered. I wanted to be in the courtroom. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, I wanted her to keep talking. And so because of her, Batman and Robin, they were freed. And she shut that judge down. And she deserved to be shut down. Because once again, don't be mad at another girl's pretty privilege. Baby, if she is pretty, let her be pretty in her own rights. Like, what are you hating for? You're pretty. You got the power you wanted. Why she can't have her power? Later, be gone. So anyways, my final favorite scene. No, that's not my final. One of my top favorite scenes, bro. Back to Gold. She was given grace and mercy. How many times? How many times? See, that just goes to the theme. You cannot keep playing with your grace and mercy. Like when people give you inches and you keep taking miles and you keep taking miles and you don't think that stuff is going to catch up with you, clock it and watch it, because you're going to mess around with the wrong person one day. And that's exactly what Miss Gold did. Like, baby, she thought that her whole life had changed for the better. And like the first time, so this girl, the first time she got rebuked, let me put it like that, it was a gentle rebuke. Like, it was gentle. It was in front of a bunch of people, but it was gentle because all of them got rebuked. The second time, just explosive. It was fireworks everywhere. I mean, what can I say? It was like somebody had gave me a bag, not even a bag. It's like somebody had gave me, bro, a vanilla Dr. Pepper, right? With some dulce de leche and a strawberry cake. Like, it was just, oh my God. It was mouth-watering. It was beautiful. It was like, mwah. It was just, it was spine tingling. One of my favorite scenes of that book. I was like, more. Okay, so my final favorite scene, honestly, y'all, is at the end of the book. It is the way the book ends. Now, I'm not going to tell you about that scene because I feel like, I was invested in this book. At first, I was like, I don't really know. Like, you know, I was reading and it was like, okay. But yo, as I kept going, I was like, okay. The ending, calm down, Summer. You're yelling. The ending, bro, it was very emotional. Like, I did not see that coming. I felt like, okay, so I do this thing, especially when I'm gaming, I talk out loud. I know a lot of people do it, but I'm like, get it together, you know, like stuff like that. I don't often do that when I read, but here lately I've started doing it. And so when I was reading this scene, y'all, I was talking to the book. I'm talking to the book like I'm watching a show. Like how you look at the TV and you talk to the TV as if the actors can really hear you, as if that's really happening and like they stressing you out, but like it's their job. They got to stress you out because it's just a show. But to you, that's real. Like this is really happening. In this book, this is really going down for these people. Like this is life, and it was rough, y'all. It was so rough. Like, the way the book ended, I cried. I almost cried because I wanted to rejoice. I was like, bless the Lord. Like, but it ended on such a cliffhanger. I'm like, oh, why? What? I mean, it ended, it gave you just enough. Like, where it ended at, you're like, this is a conclusion, but it's not, like, you needed more for it. And the reason why you needed more for it is because there's 2 other books. I know the other series, I'm like, I don't want to read them, you know, I don't really know if I want to get invested. I'm gonna read this. I don't know when, but you mark my words, I am gonna be back to finish this. It's 3 of them in total, and I want to know, do Andy and Virginia get together? Do we find out what really happened to Virginia? Is now standing around in the picture. What happened to Andy's mama? Hammer, is she going, I mean, you know what I'm saying? What's next for Hammer? Hammer time. You know what I'm saying? Do Gold make an appearance? I hope not. What about the dude on the police scanner? What happened to him? You know what I'm saying? There's just some Cahoon. Is he even still in business? Because the way his ended too, I was like, so Cahoon is a guy where he basically wants his way. He's a powerful man with a lot of money. What he says goes most of the time, but not when it comes to Judy, bro. And so when she had to deliver him some news, I really hated it for him. And I was like, the book has painted you as kind of like a villain, but here in this moment, I mess with you. I mess with you heavily. So yes, y'all, you should definitely go pick up The Hornets Nest. Okay, I saw it on Goodreads, and I think it had like a 3.4 out of 5. That's a lie. I would give that book 5 stars. Compared to the other stuff I've read, oh yeah, that's up there. Like, out of all the books I've read on the channel and talked about on the channel thus far, The Hornet's Nest is at the top. Like, I would definitely read it again. Like, I want to own that book. Like, it is such a good book. I am so shocked because I didn't expect to like enjoy it as much as I did, and I ended up loving it. And I was like, oh my god, like it was funny. It had me laughing. It had me having parts where I was mad, like I was sad, you know. I was falling in love. I was like, ooh, you know. And that's what I like when I read a story. Like, I don't like the anger or that, you know, the sadness, but in a context like that, it's understandable. I'm here for it. It is well, like it is beautiful. And so this has 377 pages, okay? So it's not a long read, but yeah, y'all, literally crazy, chaotic, life in Charlotte, police drama, news drama, addiction drama. This book does talk about a lot of things like substance abuse, toxic relationships, prostitution, gender identity crises. So if things like that trigger you, please don't read this book. Like, I do want to put that in there because I don't want you going expecting a good time and then you read things like that and it just, you know, it bothers you or affects you. I don't want that for you. So please do not read it if those things like, you know, upset you. There is a lot of like language and, you know, and there's not like direct nudity, but there's words and phrases and suggestive situations. So just be cautious and be mindful. I definitely don't think nobody under like 18 should read this, but come on, your girl is out here reading 50 Shades. That's not right. I'm not telling you to go do it, okay? Because I shouldn't have been reading 50 Shades. So no, do not read it. But I mean, people are going to do what they want to do. That's all I'm saying. You're going to do what you want to do. I don't feel like people under 18 should read it, but I mean, it's a book about real life. That's what I was going to say, like, and sometimes it can benefit you. It can benefit you to read stuff like that because it's a work of fiction, but it talks about how life can be and like what the real world is like. And so, yeah, just read with caution, no matter what age you are, you know, because for a 28-year-old, I was like, excuse me. it was kind of out there for your girl. But yes, I hope that you guys do pick it up. If you've read this before, let me know what you think about it, bro. Let me know, like, did you enjoy it? Did you love it? I don't know, like, it was just nice. It was a really nice read. It was a really nice book. It's one of my favorites. Definitely gonna have to cop that. But yes, I hope to come back and update you hopefully within the next few months or so, like if I read more or something like that. You know, it is really nice to like have a book to look forward to, because I really haven't had a book in so long that I'm just like, I want to read that, you know? Like, for instance, I wanted to watch The Notebook for half my life, because everybody's seen The Notebook, like, right? Everybody's seen that. Everybody's seen the romance and everything like that. I told one of my old friends about it, and she was like, that movie's honestly not that great. And I'm like, Well, you done killed the mood now, Sarah. So one day I'm gonna get around to that eventually. But yes, thank you guys for coming to my circle time. Thank you for rocking with me. I know teacher summer, we got a little out there, okay? Like we were a little bit too happy, but all is well because you hung around to the end. Go cop it, go pick it up, go read it, let me know what you think. And come and join me for some more stuff on the channel. We got cookies. Give me an address. I'll send you a batch. The Lord does love and bless you. May He keep you. I love you. I believe in you. And I hope whenever you watch this, bro, you have the most incredible blessed of days or the most incredible blessed of nights. Goodbye, guys. Love you, love you, love you.